Once upon a time, in a small pond nestled deep within a lush forest, lived a little frog named Freddie. Freddie was an ordinary frog, but he had big dreams. He would often sit on a lily pad and watch the birds soaring high in the sky, and he wished he could fly just like them. One sunny morning, as Freddie was hopping around the pond, he noticed a group of frogs gathered near the old tree. They were all excitedly chattering about the annual frog jumping competition. Every year, frogs from all over the forest would compete to see who could jump the farthest. Freddie's heart skipped a beat, and his eyes sparkled with excitement. He knew this was his chance to prove that even a small frog like him could achieve great things. With newfound determination, Freddie began to practice jumping with all his might. But there was one problem: Freddie couldn't jump very far. He tried and tried, but his jumps were always shorter than the others. Doubt started to creep into his mind, and he wondered if he was just not meant to participate in the competition. One evening, as Freddie sat on his lily pad, feeling disheartened, an old and wise frog named Walter noticed his gloomy face. Walter had seen many frog competitions in his time and knew the importance of encouragement and believing in oneself. "Hey there, young Freddie," Walter said with a warm smile. "Why the long face?" Freddie hesitated for a moment, but finally opened up about his dreams and how he felt discouraged because he couldn't jump as far as the others. Walter listened patiently and then said, "My dear friend, don't be disheartened by comparing yourself to others. Remember, each frog is unique and has its own strengths. You may not jump the farthest, but perhaps you have other talents waiting to be discovered." Freddie looked puzzled. "Other talents? Like what?" Walter chuckled softly and said, "Well, for instance, you have a beautiful voice. Maybe you can inspire others with your songs, or use your voice to alert the forest animals of danger. Don't let the fear of not being the best at one thing stop you from exploring other possibilities." Freddie pondered Walter's words and realized that he had been so focused on one goal that he overlooked other strengths he possessed. He decided to embrace his voice and practice singing. And sure enough, he discovered that his melodious croaks could bring joy to the entire pond. On the day of the frog jumping competition, the forest was filled with excited frogs and curious animals eager to see who would win. Freddie decided not to participate in the jumping contest, but to sing a motivational song for all the competitors instead. As the competition began, Freddie's sweet and inspiring voice echoed through the forest, uplifting the spirits of every frog present. The other frogs felt encouraged, and they put forth their best efforts in the contest. The winner of the jumping competition was a frog named Felix, who jumped incredibly far. But when the celebrations were over, all the frogs gathered around Freddie to thank him for his beautiful song. They said his song had given them the courage to try their best and be proud of their unique abilities. Freddie beamed with happiness as he realized that his voice had touched the hearts of his fellow frogs. He may not have won the jumping contest, but he had won something much more meaningful: the admiration and respect of his friends. From that day on, Freddie continued to sing his heart out, inspiring not only the frogs, but all the creatures of the forest. And whenever he felt a pang of self-doubt, he remembered Walter's wise words: "Embrace your strengths, for greatness lies in being true to yourself." And so, the little frog named Freddie proved that even in a world of jumpers, being true to oneself and using one's unique gifts can make a difference and bring joy to the lives of others. And that, my friends, is the tale of Freddie, the singing frog, who found his own path to greatness.